Are you ready to learn how to start a service-based business? If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Lian Lai. I run a virtual assistant agency here in the Philippines, and I post videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home and how to have a business from home. So make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, if you've been following the series of checklists that I've been doing in the last month here on my channel, I've talked about your operations checklist, your marketing checklist, branding checklist, sales checklist, and I actually wanted to run you through how to start if you are thinking of starting your own service-based company from scratch. So this will still be a checklist of some sorts and hopefully a good guide for you guys to get started. Now, the first thing is you need to decide what problem you're solving. So if you're starting a business, you're there to create value. You're there because there's a problem that you've spotted and you want to be the person who will actually deliver on making that happen or making that a little bit better for that person. So for me, when I started out to XU, I started with, hey, a lot of people are looking for virtual assistants at the moment, or they don't even know that they need a virtual assistant. So for me, that's kind of where I started looking at it. And I actually had a course, and it's still up there, on the course on how to hire your first virtual assistant. And that's kind of where, when I was like, hey, I think we could turn this product into a service, just because like a lot of our students, they take it, but they don't hire their first virtual assistant because they don't know what to do next. So that's kind of where 2XU started coming in. So that was the problem I wanted to solve. The second thing that you want to make sure is on your checklist is you want to make sure that you know who are you solving it for. Who is this target audience basically of yours? Who is the person that you want to solve this problem for? So for example, for myself, when I started out, it was a lot of business coaches and authors, because before 2XU, I actually ran a book publishing company, and with that, I had a lot of connections with coaches and authors. So I started there. So when it comes to choosing your target audience, you want to have a niche or industry that you're already familiar with, so then it's easy for you to create the service out of them. So for example, let's say that you're someone who loves watching a lot of YouTube videos, then you kind of are familiar of a lot of the work that goes into creating a YouTube video, from scripting, from editing, from filming, from posting, sharing, everything else. It's going to be easy for you to work with that target audience. So pick just one or one kind of industry or niche that you are familiar with, because it'll help as you're just getting started. Don't need to overcomplicate it. Don't need to search like what are the richest niches that I can get into. Pick one that you're already comfortable with, that you are familiar, because later on you can change your niche or your target audience as long as you start with one, so you can actually develop and put into practice and action your service or your business. Next is you want to start creating your MVP, or minimum viable product. So what this is what's the smallest test that you can do to just see if people actually need this in the market. This is not just something that you saw, you thought, hey, I think it would be a good idea to do that. This is you actually putting into practice and into action if people actually need your product or service. What this looks like, you want to start creating your list of services you want to offer. So for example, in 2XU, when I started out, I just put their recruitment and management. That's it. Now we have a wide array of services in 2XU, but I wanted to create an MVP for myself of, again, just proving that people actually want this. Next is you want to go ahead and set up some of your tools. So you need a project and task manager, you need a payment method, how your client's going to pay you, and you also need a good client tracker. So depending on the kind of service you narrow down on, you want to have like a way to know who your clients who said yes, where they are on your services, what services they got, updates on them, so on and so forth. Just a quick and easy way for you to know who's who. Next is you want to make sure that you just have a very basic agreement contract, just so you have that agreement that you can send it to your potential client that protects both of you, their intellectual property, your intellectual property, making sure there's no conflict, when to expect certain payments, so on and so forth. So having that clarity definitely helps. Next is you want to go ahead and create your mini brand kit. So unlike the long checklist of brand essentials that you need for your business, I'm going to go through what you just really need to get started. First one is just your business name. That's kind of the basic one, is you need just a good business name to just introduce yourself to. So 2XU came about because we already had the course, so it's kind of easy, and it was one of the domain names we already had. So depending on how you want to be called, again, you can change this later if you want to. Just have a really good business name that you can feel confident introducing yourself from. Next is going ahead and creating your logo. Again, you can change your logo later on. You can just keep it super simple. If you, let's say for me, when I created my current business that I'm doing right now, which is just lean templates, which is templates for Notion, I just put LT. Like I kept it very simple for myself. And when 2XU started, our logo was just one person standing and then kind of a supersonic speed thing, and then there's two of them because it's 2XU. So keep it simple, and of course now our logo is the hand holding, but just start with whatever kind of way that you know you can convey what it is that you do to your potential clients. Next is setting up your email. This can be just a straightforward @gmail.com as long as it's formal with your business name. And of course, if you can, create your website, just because you need a landing page for potential clients and customers to be able to know who you are and what you do. You guys can create a really quick one with WordPress, Squarespace. You can even create one with Canva, just the link PDF, basically a brochure. Again, just a way for your potential clients to know who you are. And finally, setting up your social media. Again, you can be very basics with this, which is Facebook and LinkedIn, depending, of course, where your clients are at. So let's say they're mostly on Instagram, make an Instagram page. And you want to start posting a few posts here and there. It doesn't have to be massive, keeping in mind that you're just starting out your business. So a bare basic social media page is just good enough for them to, again, get to know you, see that you're a legit business, and so on and so forth. Next is you want to start creating your outreach list. So this is going to be your initial list of clients that you want to reach out to and connect with. So how you're going to create this is, one, just create a Google spreadsheet just for yourself. Two is just have it like name, when contacted, when next follow-up, and status. That's it. You can even add like email on there as well, just up to you. But that's how I started with 2XU on our outreach, is I just had that super simple spreadsheet. The next thing you need is you need to know where your clients are probably at. So for example, for me, when I started out with finding clients for 2XU, I went to LinkedIn because I knew that's where my target audience were. So I went ahead and searched words for like coaches, consultants, business book authors, so on and so forth. Again, chose a niche, an industry that I went to. I just searched their names on LinkedIn and created a list of at least 10 to 20 people that I could reach out to. Next is you want to go ahead and find social media groups that you can join in that again has your target audience. The biggest reason why you want to do this is anytime someone asks like, hey, who knows, a graphic artist, or who knows a social media manager, you could be one of the first people there to respond to them and be the person that other people can also point to later on as you do this consistently. So this is just another way for you to get leads into your startup business at this point and get the word out there about what it is that you do. Next is you want to go ahead and now start finding beta clients. So from the original outreach list that you have, hopefully with the social media groups that you join, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Discord, you start already also putting in the names of people who said like, hey, I might be interested in your service. So now you want to start sending them really quick, short emails of what it is that you do and how you can help them. Depending on the skill or the service that you're trying to give them, you want to maybe even create like a short video of you going over their website, their social media, their LinkedIn page, whatever it is that you do, and just being very personalized with how you show up. Your beta clients are going to be the first couple of people who just want to try out your business, who are open that you are just starting out. So it's best that you put your best foot forward so you can get those first couple of wins and momentum when it comes to getting your first couple of clients. Next is make sure that you follow up, of course, with the beta clients that you first sent out, because things get lost in the email. Find other ways to contact them. Facebook, LinkedIn, you have so many ways to reach out to the people basically that you've determined needs your service, so you can just get yourself started. Next is, as you start working with them, make sure that you get feedback and reviews from the people that you've worked with. So whether this is just a quick and easy like Google form that they have to fill out, or them actually creating a whole video for you, either way works, because one, you know what to improve in your business. Two, you now have a feedback and reviews that you can show other potential clients of yours of like, hey, this is what this person thought. And also it's a really good habit to just keep collecting feedback and review from past clients to be able to keep showing up for your new clients. And lastly, the last part of this list, and I will say it sounds like super duper easy, but I know it's the hardest part, which is grow. grow and scale your business. And a lot of them is just putting more effort on a lot of the steps in the checklist. It's working on your MVP, making your product better and better. It's working on your branding and your marketing, showing up in that way. It's working on your sales process. How do you get clients? How do you keep them? On the delivery side, how can you make it better and better that the clients don't just do one project with you and leave, but have you recurringly to bring in that recurring revenue, and you don't have to keep looking for clients. The best clients to look for are the ones that you already have, just because you don't have to sell them over and over again. So it's best that you put your best foot forward when it comes to working with them. And as a bonus for you guys, as you start growing, the next step for you is hire. As you grow your business, as you grow your startup, one of the first things that you need to do is to start delegating off the tasks that you might not be the best at developing. This could be hiring someone to do your admin, someone to do your bookkeeping, someone to take care of your marketing and your social media in your business, and so many others. So if you think that is your next step, we do have a 2-minute assessment for you. Just go to 2xu.com/scorecard and we'll basically help you assess if you are ready to hire your first virtual assistant. And if you guys like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button right there and comment below what kind of business are you thinking of starting. I would love to know. And if you still haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home and how to have a business from home, which you guys can check out those 2 playlists right here and the latest video right here. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and remember that small steps matters. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.